Hi all, welcome to John's Model Making. Today we've got issues 62 and 63 of the Titanic. Excellent. I hope you enjoyed 61. it was a bit fun. Those reflective stickers, very fiddly. So I thought I'd show you them all, see how I struggle along with everybody else with them. But today we've got something different. We got the keel section in 62 and we've got a port section in 63, as well as some of those reflective stickers. So without further ado, let's have a quick look at the instructions. So here we have issue 62, and coming in issue 63 we have the port side hull section and brackets, self-adhesive reflective stickers, tarpaulins, pipe, ducts, benches and screws. Excellent stuff. We'll have a look at that in a minute anyway. And here we have an article on Zeppelin's airships. That's a cracking read. I did read about, what is it, the dirigible. Now I was getting mixed up with the tribbles in Star Trek. Quite different, of course, but there we go. That's a very interesting read though. And some very sad letters that were sent from the Titanic to loved ones. And here we have the instructions, another section of the hull. Parts in this issue: keel section C, brackets, 3 IM screws and 3 AP screws. So this should be pretty straightforward. Bracket onto the port side there, and then the keel section in place, and that is that. And here we have our beautiful ship, looking fantastic. Long time since we've seen the hull. So without further ado, let's get on with issue 62. So first of all, let's get the parts out. Nicely packaged as always. This will be the bracket. Yeah, nice heavy piece of metal. AP and IM screws. And there we have, yep, nice bit of chunky metal. Right, first of all, let's position this. I believe that bracket goes something like that. Oops, there's it. Positions there like so. And we need the AM screws for this. So I'll just get them out. Okay, there we go. The cameras and everything set up. That fits there like that. There we go. That's that bracket in place. And this keel section will go just like that. There we go. And we have 1, 2 IM screws. Again, we'll use some oil on that screw, and basically we use the bigger screwdriver for this. Not overdoing it, of course. There we go. Yep, there's another shot of that keel section. There we go. Excellent. It's looking brilliant. And there's that bracket. Nicely in place. Ready for some decking to be put on it. Okay, now let's move on to 63. Okay, issue 63, coming in issue 64, another section of the hull, across strut and screws. Excellent. And in the stories and many lives of the SS Germanic. Very interesting read. And then on to the instructions, the hull section and reflective stickers. So you have a bracket, a full hull section for the port side, port duct, starboard duct, benches, pipe, reflective stickers, tarpaulins, and IM, LM and AM screws. Excellent. So we put another bracket in, just like we did in 62, but on the opposite side, and then we put in that section of the hull, and then we have these lovely stickers to pop in place. Quite a bit to do there again. Yeah. And then we can fix it in place, and I think we can do some light tests as well. Here we go, this is on one of the funnels again. This will be the third funnel. Excellent. Get all this lighting connected up, see how that looks, and there we have 63i and the 2 tarpaulins. Oh, I'll have to find them dinghies, which were mentioned in 61, the dinghies, but we'd already got them, I think. Anyway, yeah, that's completed work. So without further ado, let's get on with the build. Here we have the parts, and let's get them out. Okay, those are all the parts. So the first thing we need to do is fit that bracket, and then this piece of the hull. That is looking absolutely superb. Oh, the job it's got L8 stamped on it as well. So we'll move all these parts and then we get on with the build. Okay, first of all, let's put this bracket in place. And we use the big screwdriver again. 8 M screws, 2 of. Bit of oil on that screw as well. There we go. Don't overdo it too much. Excellent stuff. That's that bracket in place. Then we can put the port section in place. Okay, now for this port section, basically there and there are the 2 fixing points. So let's see if we can do this. There we go. Nice. That's gone in nice and simple. I think if you have any problems getting it in, you can always loosen these 2 screws. Now we need the IM screws. Excellent stuff. There we go. Oops. That joint don't look too bad. We do get some struts, so that might make a difference. That is, I'll put the wax here and here last time. That one is still a little bit loose, so I'll tighten that up. But anyway, that is that in place. Excellent stuff. Actually, it was these 2 screws that were still slightly loose. There we go. Yeah, that is solid now. Excellent stuff. Well, there is a bit of a gap there, but that's not too much of an issue for me. As you can see, I'll just show you the size of this. There we go. There we go. That's not too bad, is it? You can see a gap there, but I'm sure we can close that up with something. You never know with the struts, because I think that is what we'll put across here. I'm not sure exactly, but she's looking awesome. I'm just glad we're doing a bit of the hull rather than keep doing the decking. And those are all fully tightened up now. Excellent. You don't want to strip them threads, so be careful. Let's move on. Okay, now we got reflective strips and the deck house assembly from issue 51, which is this piece. Okay, now we've got the strip. I can pop that into place. Again, it's going to be awkward. I did think about using some moisture on the back of this, like water, not where the pieces with the LEDs, but for these, just to see if it made it any easier to get them in place, because as you can see, that's what happens. So this is not going to be easy today. Yesterday was easier. Just bear with me. There we go. That's number 19 in place. Now we want number 8, which is this one. So maybe I could try some water. Just bear with me. Okay, let's give that a whirl. I've got a little bit of, oh, it's positioned all right. Let's see if it now will stay. The only problem with that is Actual moisture, you squeeze back out again, and if it stays stuck, so I'll do it sometimes, but not all the time. Definitely not where PCB is concerned, but that was a little bit easier. There we go, that's one of them, and another one. Right, let's do the next one. Okay, now I've finally managed to get that off. Put the little windows out. Yeah, what I've got here is a soap dish with some tissue paper and water on it, so we'll just brush that out and we'll see if it makes it any easier for me. No, we'll see. Still gets stuck a little bit. Peels off easy, obviously. Put that down there. I'm trying to do what I do with decals. That's positioned it a little bit better. So you never know. It's just trial and error with everything, isn't it? That's gone in place alright. A lot better than, a lot quicker than the first one. Well, then you've got to dry it out as well as. So there's positives and negatives to it. There we go, but it is nicely in place. Excellent stuff. There we're on number 9. There we go, that's got that. So it does make it a little bit easier with the water. But obviously you've got to mop it up afterwards. There we go, and hopefully they won't come unstick later. But you keep it pressed in place, the water will ooze out, dry up. Oh, there we go. Can't actually see the other little window because it's behind that post. But that's all them for in now in place, so we can put this onto the deck. But before we do that, we need to put some reflective strips onto the third funnel. Lovely jubbly. Right, let's do the first one. Okay, so this is reflective sticker 13 and it goes flat on here. Now I've not put water on this one simply because we have a PCB there and I'm not contaminating it in any way at all. It's easy if I put this actually down like that. There we go, that's fine like that. There we go. There we want number 1 at the back here. Got all these fiddly wires in the place, in the way I should say. Number 1 is this one. There we go, that's number 1 in place. I'm not going to show you more because you know exactly what the problems we're having with these, how fiddly they can be, and I've shown you a couple of ways of how to do it. With this one I'm not using any water on the back, simply because you know, that PCB on. You could take the PCB out, but it's entirely up to you. So next one we need number 2. Okay, number 2 goes in front of that one's not too bad. That one's got in alright. Excellent stuff. There we go. Excellent. Right, I'll get the rest in and I'll show you when I've finished because otherwise the video is going to be far too long. There we go, that's number 4 in place. That was very awkward, that one, right into the corner behind that post, but it's now in place. Excellent. Right, the next one, there we go, that's number 18. Some go in like a dream, others don't. Where possible, use a bit of water on the back of it and it goes in a lot easier. But you can see how creased that one is in the corner here. Doesn't matter because it still reflects. There we go, we got 4 more in that corner. We have 12, 17, 16 and 15. and they are fiddly. So I'm not going to show you everyone. I think you've seen enough of how it can be a bit of a struggle, because we've got quite a few more on this funnel to do. So I'll complete this funnel and then show you in the end. Now, as you can see there, 14, this reflective sticker, that PCB is in the way. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take the funnel off and the PCB off just to get that reflective sticker in place. There we go, I've stripped it down. So we're just back to this as a shell. Funnel's off, the PCB's off. Little pieces come off. Or is it without? But anyway, yeah, it's come off there. We never glued in anyway, so that's good. So there we can actually use a bit of water on this, and hopefully this will just slide down, and there we go, into position, just like that. It would have been overlapping, you see. I could have cut it, but that's just as awkward cutting it. So there we go. I think I'll probably do this for the other funnels, because obviously we're going to get reflective stickers for all the funnels now. And so it's probably best to dismantle them and put them in place. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more reflective stickers to pop in place on this. Okay, now we've got the last one, which is number 7, which can actually go into this corner. I always find the corner ones a lot more awkward. I'll put water on it, and that's gone in great. It's difficult getting a cocktail stick behind that post as well. Well, there we go. That's every one of those reflective stickers in place. It wasn't easy, even with the water at times, but a lot easier with water on the back of them. Let me just get that focused. There we go. So that's every reflective sticker. Now I just need to put this funnel back in place. Okay, now there's the funnel back in place. The LED strip board is there. All the reflective strips are in place, so that's great. So the only thing we need to do now really is to test the PCB to make sure everything is hunky-dory with it. There we go. Excellent. So now we can attach the deck house and the funnel back onto the decking. But first of all, we need an adhesive strip 61L across these two LEDs. Excellent stuff. Let's move on. Now we can attach the third funnel back onto the boat deck. Pass the cables 53A and 54J, the smoke generator, through the holes indicated, holding the base of the funnel in place. Insert the connector of cable 53A into socket J1 of the circuit board. Take cable 50A from issue 15, use it to connect socket J3 of board 50D to socket J1 of board 52B. Carry out a test by connecting the tester to socket J3 of board 52B. Then fix the base of the funnel in place with 6 AP screws supplied with issue 44. Excellent. Okay, now let's turn this decking over and fit this third funnel with the 6 AP screws from underneath. Now let's connect the cabling up. 53A goes into J1 of 50D, and J3 of 50D goes into J1 of 52B, and then we can connect the battery up to J3 of 52B, and we can actually test everything. Excellent. Okay, there we got that positioned. There we go. Let me turn some more lights off. There we go, that's a bit better. We'll do another close-up shot. Before we do the close-up shot, we'll fit the deck house 51k on the aft section of the boat deck 49B. We'll put that in place with 4 AP screws supplied with issue 51. So again, balancing out for me. There we go, that's all 4 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now that deck house is in place. Now we can do another light test. There we go. That's another light test. And if I turn the light off, we can get a night shot. That looks superb. And you can actually see the light coming through the windows. Those reflective stickers do really work. Excellent stuff. And here you can actually see the light come through these half moon windows. And if you look at the back with a second class entrance, you can see the lights there as well. Excellent stuff. Okay, now this is a little bit confusing for me because step 13 says take the 2 tarpaulins 63i and fit them on the dinghies 15B on the roof of the superstructure 14G. Press them in place. You don't need to use any glue. Now I have all the lifeboats, got these cutters with them block gears on, and I've got these 2 which came from issue 61, and they call them cutters dinghies. I do not have any other dinghies except them 2. They've already got tarpaulins on, so I don't know what these 2 tarpaulins are for. They're too big for them cutters, but obviously they've got block gears, as you can see. That's far too big, so we fitted them in issue 61, and I believe they fit there just like that, because all the rest got block gears on, which will go onto the davits, which there are 14 of. Yeah, so these 2 dinghies came in issue 61 and they had tarpaulins to put on them, and like I said, got all the lifeboats and the cutters for the decking. I've not got any missing dinghies, lifeboats, so I've got 2 spare tarpaulins. But anyway, it's looking superb. So that is that, guys. That is issue 62 and 63 completed, even though the superstructure, I didn't glue them on originally. I know we were told to glue them on. I never bothered gluing them on because I weren't sure we were getting tarpaulins. There was no mention of it, but they do fit in place, and those tarpaulins are fine. So I'm a bit confused with Hachette. So unless they've changed the build as they're going along, we weren't going to get tarpaulins and now we are, so maybe they've confused themselves a little bit. But I've got all the lifeboats, the cutters, those 2 dinghies. There's no place else for any more lifeboats, but anyway, it is what it is. We'll see what happens. If anybody's got any thoughts on that, let me know. Anyway, those reflective stickers look absolutely brilliant. Now the lighting looks fantastic, everything looks hunky-dory, and the hull, I'll just grab the ship. There we go. One more look. Now I know we've got another piece in 64, but we've got some more reflective stickers as well. Lovely job, lad. Anyway, that's it. That is 62 and 63 complete. 64 will be up on my channel as soon as. But anyway, if you did like that, give us a big thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you soon for issue 64. Thanks for watching. Stay safe. Bye for now.